It's November the 30th. Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our final update for November. And as we head in towards December, no major changes with our weather pattern, but quite a bit going on. And in fact, longer dry spells also developing. But you may not believe me because this weekend kicks off with rain. So let's break it down for you. So we've got this low pressure system over here in Australia driving in a lot of rain to the southeastern corner. That is on its way towards New Zealand and it will cross over the South Island on Sunday. It will then completely fall apart, but it dumps heavy rain on the west coast and gusty winds in a number of places. It's not a major storm, but it's just a little bit of severe weather coming in this weekend. And at the moment though, high pressure south of Tasmania, which is the reason why you're getting this wet weather to the north, is encouraging a southerly flow for many parts of New Zealand, although there is a nor'easter coming down to about Christchurch, at least at the time when we recorded this. So let's have a look at this rain that is on the way. The map has not changed. We've been showing you this map every day this week and it has not changed, except one little tiny adjustment is, well, I guess that is a change, 100 to 125 millimetres now. It was showing 100 millimetres for the rest of the week. So the total has gone up another 25 millimetres or so just here, mostly inland from Hokitika. Otherwise, it's the usual rain band coming through and it tapers off for those of you in the east, which I'm sure you're very, very happy to hear about. So here is Friday's setup. Couple of showers around Waited Upper and southern parts of Hawke's Bay, won't be very much. High pressure is in control coming in over the South Island. And this low still driving in rain to the New South Wales-Victoria border. They're getting really heavy rainfall over in Australia at the moment. It's great news, actually, for the most part. Their bushfire season was about to roar into life about a month or so ago. Let's have a look at Saturday. So there is the low from Australia moving in. Northerly winds coming down. Most places are mild. And the rain clouds build up on the west coast with that rain setting in, especially into the afternoon. By Sunday, that is all that is left over of the low. So like I say, it moves into the country, basically the Southern Alps, the North Island, New Zealand, pulling it apart. And so, yes, a little bit of rain moving through. It will be patchy the further north or the further south you are. Heaviest falls right here in the middle, up to about Nelson and Mount Taranaki as well, getting a little bit of heavy rain. There will not be much over here in the east, and it stays that way into Monday as well. Like I say, it falls apart as it moves in and across the country. There's still a bit of a weak low, but it's not much for the Chatham Islands. But we've got a little bit of rain stuck up here. High pressure to the north, another high down here to the southwest. So the rain's kind of trapped in the middle. Now, some of the long-range maps show that coming in to the eastern side of Bay of Plenty in East Cape, but it's a maybe. It could still just as easily slide offshore and not really produce too much rain. There's also a southerly here coming through on Monday, moves up the South Island, gets into Wellington at about lunchtime. So a temperature drop coming for you. And then we go through to Tuesday and that cold front goes up and it sort of merges with that other stuff. So that's the reason why we're saying Bay of Plenty, East Cape, there's a chance of some rain here. We are not forecasting it in for wide or southwards at this stage. So don't be too worried after the rain you've just had. I'm sure every one of you is a bit tired of hearing this sort of repetitive forecast. And we go through to Wednesday and the good news is that rain band clears away. So it sort of moves in, it smudges East Cape and then it hopefully moves off again. So for now, not a problem, but worth keeping an eye on based on the rain you've been getting. Big block of high pressure here all the way out to the Indian Ocean, and that encourages windy westerlies to return to New Zealand. And the final part of the map, this low up here on the edge of the Solomon Islands, dropping into the Solomon Sea and then the Coral Sea. But because of this El Nino block of high pressure, very different to La Nina where this is all vacant, that low may well end up being pushed over towards the top part of Queensland. So New Zealand not at a risk at this stage, but it's certainly worth keeping a close eye on because any storm that forms in the Coral Sea, in the Solomon Sea, this area, always worth keeping an eye on for our part of the world because storms naturally, when they drop down, want to pull southeast right towards us. But at this point, this far north, they often want to just keep going westwards. So for now, we'll just keep an eye on it. That's all from me. Just a reminder, no video tomorrow, Friday, sorry. We're back again on Monday. And of course, later today, our Aussie-only 7-day forecast. Have a great weekend and we'll catch you next week.